Good, how are you?
Dude. I'm riding a little bit of a high right now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Like, literally?
No, no, like I have a lightning sword on my back and it makes me excited.
Oh, okay, okay, sure. Yeah, damn, dude. So when you link that, that's that's official then, or what?
Yeah, it's like literally on my back right now.
God damn, dude. You're
I can
uh,
turn.
you're an alliance, right?
Yep, I am a warrior, prot warrior, main tank for my guild.
That's awesome. Cause I was raiding at Molten Core, and people were talking about you. You were going through Orgrimmar.
Yeah, we tried to kill Thrall right after Thundering.
Nice.
There was like 70 people there when we killed Thundering, and only like 42 of them came with us to Orgrimmar.
Oh wow.
We got Thrall down to 12% when we went.
Isn't that enough? Oh, do you actually need like two raid groups depending on how many?
Well, we weren't like it wasn't like organized. Like we didn't have enough healers, and like it was just something we did for fun. We were like, hey, dude, got Thunderfury. Let's go kill Thrall.
I got it. Yeah. I mean, I
So
would.
I think we
Oh, go
we had
ahead.
like
Sorry.
3 healers for 40 people.
Oh wow. I mean, I would do the same, man. Show that shit off. You know, it's what's your guild?
We're the pug.
The Pug. Okay,
Yeah,
we're the Pug. Okay, and
the pug. No, not like we're the pug. Like we are. It's the pug.
sure. And have you guys beat the BWL yet?
We've only done our first day of raiding, and we went 6 bosses deep on the first day.
Okay.
So we were third on the server after the first day of raiding, and then
Mhm.
we are going in Saturday to finish up.
Mhm.
So we killed up to Chromagus.
Oh, cool. Which side of Chromagus did you guys get to?
We didn't even attempt it. We ran out of time,
Oh,
so
I
we
see. I
are
see.
just going in Saturday to finish up.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of groups are trying or guild trying to attempt BW right now. They're exactly not
Yeah, a
finishing
lot of
it
guilds
all
are
the time. Yeah.
stuck on Fire Mall on the first day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my guild cleared it. I'm in Scarab, and they cleared it second. First horde actually. So it's
Yeah, yeah, I heard you guys went in and cleared it first day, right?
yep. I wasn't part of that, but I was gonna go, but this I wasn't prepared, and it wouldn't be fair to the other players out there who were prepared, and one isn't. If one of us isn't prepared, then that's kind of a risk, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
want everyone to be prepared when you're going into Blackwing Lair.
Yeah. So what's the plan now? As far as I mean, you have the Thunder Fury, and I think that's like the most wanted one-handed sword in the
Yeah,
game.
it's a tank stream, man.
Yeah.
I started playing World of Warcraft when I was 7 years old. When I was a Night Elf warrior back in vanilla.
Oh, really? Cool, man.
Yes, like the farthest I ever got was like tanking a little bit of Molten Core. But I
Mhm.
remember like as a kid, I always saw like the warriors with like their Thunder Fury, their tier 2, their tier 3. Like
So so
all
when
like
so when you started, you saw that right away, or was it like on your
no,
60s?
it was like eventually. I was a 60 warrior. It took a little to get it.
I see. Yeah. How did you get into playing the World of Warcraft vanilla back when it
So it
came out?
actually started. I had a character on my dad's account, and I was like leveling on there.
Hmm.
And then my uncle played, my dad played. We had like our little friend group. We got into Skype and ran dungeons every day and stuff.
Cool. Cool.
So it was like I got into it with the family.
I mean, that's the way to go. Either like with you close the people that you're close to, playing this game. It's so much fun. It's I mean, you could have fun playing it alone, but the idea of this game, I think, is to play with like the people that you actually know, and to to enjoy the 100% potential of this
Yeah,
game.
man.
You know.
Is like the items are cool, but like when it's raid night, I look forward more to getting to like play with my guild again and hang out with everyone I do to get like the items like raid.
Right. Yeah. Right. So, do you guys have a plan on your rating when you get into Chromagus? Do you guys have
Yeah, we
a
checked the
plan?
breast. We didn't do an actual like pull on them, but we have frost and fire breast, so that'll be a free chromagus.
Okay. So, if you guys check that this week, it's gonna stay that way, right? For this
Uh,
week,
for this
that
week,
for
yeah,
this
it
week.
goes
Okay.
by your raid ID, so it resets with your weekly reset.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, and you guys pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
When we finished that first day, it was Pupper Pals had already cleared and Scarab had already cleared, and then it felt really good to be like the third guild on the server and to like go the farthest other than full clears. Because like, I mean, going into it, man, we only had 32 raiders actually.
oh really?
Yeah. But
Hmm.
then another guild came and offered to help us. And they actually offered to help us, and they weren't like asking for any of the loot or anything. Just wanted to come
Mm-hmm.
learn the fights and like go into Blackwing Lair because they couldn't do it that week either. It's actually Rocket Surgery, Carbs, who offered to come help us with some people.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, especially when there's a lot of competition out there. There's pressure comes with it when you know that other guilds out there are trying to beat this BWL for the first time, and this is the first week, so it's just gonna get crazier.
Yeah.
Did you mention like this is somebody already beat it the third time, or there's a third guild that already beat it?
There's like 5 guilds now, I
Five guild.
think. There's 4 on Alliance and 1 on Horde I know of.
Okay. Yeah, because we're the first to beat it in our horde side, and I think Crimson Crowl was trying to beat it. I'm not sure if they've beaten it yet. I keep checking Deviate Delight Discord. Nothing has been posted yet. So, I mean, the anticipation on this was just I think everybody was just kind of ready to finish this BWL.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Mm,
that the fights were like harder than people were expecting. Like everyone's like expecting like a really big like pushover raid, I guess.
mm-hmm.
So that people actually like wiped a couple times, really actually got to play the game. Like yeah, I'm really excited for like AQ and going forward.
Yeah,
This is
AQ
like
20 and 40. I played AQ 20 because I had my hunter with me, and this whole thing about I remember the weapon that dropped on the second boss or first boss, uh, Kiraji. Uh, this is a two-handed sword. I I rolled on it. Unfortunately, it's a melee. It's for
yeah.
melee, and people actually get mad. And this is when I was back then. It's like everything was a hunter weapon. That's why people made fun so much about hunter weapons. And part of that is just my ignorance. I wish that I knew more. It's
Yeah,
just it's
absolutely.
just
It's
crazy.
crazy like having like 15 years worth of like knowledge going into classes. Like people are like so min max now, like the DPS is like almost triple what it was back in the day.
Yes. Sorry, I'm in Warsaw.
Oh, you're good. I'm taking
Yeah.
a Skolo while we talk right now.
Cool, cool, man. Oh, that's crazy. I just got owned by Hand of Ragnarok's wielder.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Anyway, yeah, dude, it's funny you're the first one. That's pretty cool, man, because this is only like it's not even like a year for classic to come out.
Well, there's 4 people I know of that have both bindings off the top of my head. Yeah. Momo has both. Kellic has both. There's a warrior from Tempo that has both.
Oh shit. I,
There was 3 or 4 Alliance warriors that had both.
that's crazy. I didn't even know that, Momo. Cause he already has the Hand of Rag too.
Well, a lot of guilds, when they do a Hand of Rag, is they don't actually like it doesn't matter like who it's good for because it's
Yeah.
just so expensive. It's not like it's nothing like remarkably incredible in like the scale of like weapons, I guess.
Mhm.
It is like really good. It has a high damage range, but it's not like a lot of guilds don't fund it.
Sure. Yeah.
So most guilds just like auction it off. Like who actually has the money to go in there? If we give you the eye and no guild support on the item, can you finish it?
Mhm.
And that's how a lot of guilds decide where their hand of rag goes.
Yeah, man. Cause okay, in terms of your preparation with the Thunder Fury, like, how did you guys come up with like, how did you guys plan to, or your guild to decide to give it to you, or was there like any roles on included in
In
that, or
in classic in general, the main tank always gets the first Thunder Fury. It's just too much. 1 second, my group's warlock wasn't listening to me, so this is
oh,
about to get really hard.
all right, it's fine.
I told him to cursive wreck all the humans so they wouldn't run away like they are, but now we have an entire room in Skullomance.
Skullmans
Oh,
is always the shit.
and someone too far back.
Mm-hmm. Got any
Well,
got any shaman with you?
we're alliance.
Oh, right. Let me think about that for a second. There is a shaman quest there for a helmet, and before I even got my before I even got any epic, it's supposed to be like one of the best caster DPS for shaman. I used to just farm Skullomance. It's under the the skeleton boss.
Yeah,
The
it's
yeah
where the paladin horse quest is, the rattle bones or whatever, rattle gore.
yeah. So this quest, you have to kill the Death Knight that comes out there, and it requires for you to summon or lay out this orb thing that you access, and then after that it summons like ghost all over the place, and
Hmm.
you have to kill it. And then there's waves and waves. I think there's like maybe 6 waves. On the third wave, it summons like ghosts that are easy enough to clear if your group is ready for it.
Do shamans have anything like special for that room?
Oh, what do you mean this by
Do they like
special?
take bonus damage based on shocks or anything? Like paladins when they do their horse quest there, they their judgments, if they judge the proper thing on the proper ghost, it does 25% of their health and stuns them for like I think it's like 5 seconds or something. Like it's like a full.
I'm not sure about that.
Because when I was telling people their paladin horse quest, if they judge the
Mm-hmm.
proper judgment, you could deal 25% stun them for 5 seconds.
Huh?
If you had two paladins, you could permanently stun them. Like they would never do damage.
Is that because of the holy spells that against undead? Maybe that's it. I'm not
That's
her.
for their horse.
That's
I
for
don't
the
know too much
horse.
about shamans.
Okay. Okay, never mind. Cause when I was doing this quest, I cannot finish it because it's so hard that by the sixth wave of that of the kills, it spawns like elites freaking all over the place. So it practically one shots me. So
It's crazy like what an advantage Horde has in some ways and like how bad it sucks in other ways. Like the addition of shamans means Wind Fury Totem. It means two-handed warriors are viable, whereas on Alliance it's like dual wielding only.
that's crazy too. How the racial abilities are more for offensive in horde and more defensive for alliance. Isn't that
It's
crazy?
it's Wind Fury Totem actually. It makes it so like a warrior can spam hamstring with a two-hand and you just fish for like the double attacks. Yeah, whereas as an alliance, you just have Blessing of Salvation, so warriors go dual wield Fury, and they can just deal like so much of their own damage. So you just have Tranquil Air. I think Tranquil Air is 25% threat reduction, though, right?
20%.
Oh, it's 20 flat.
Yep. So
Oh,
that's
that sucks, dude.
yeah.
Do you want me to stream any of this dungeon for you? Or are you still in your Warsong Gulch?
I just got out, so
I'll pop up a Discord stream if you want to watch some of this.
all right, man.
Is it letting you in or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, man. Look at that. Look at that shit,
Yeah, I'm doing 360 DPS right now.
dude. That's freaking insane.
Yeah, to kind of try and give back to the community a little bit. When I got my Thunderfury, I decided that for like a full day after combining the sword, so like I did that at like 10 o'clock tonight. I'm just looking for group, and I'll tank anything, any dungeon, doesn't matter who's there. Not making people pay me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to give back to the community, use the sword a little bit, just go around, get things done and help people out.
And there's people that you're trying to help with. I mean, just random. It's
Yeah,
just random act or
I typed in looking for group chat, tank looking for group anything, just invite. And they're like, hey man, come do Scalo.
that's cool, man. I mean, besides you gotta test that shit out.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
testing it out. But I'm also just trying to. I think it's cool to like, because I'm a fully raid gear tank at this point. So
Hmm.
like, there's nothing I need from dungeons, but other people still need dungeons and stuff. And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like with gear we get like a little more selfish about it. Like you have your raid gear, you don't need dungeons. Like why would you go do a dungeon? It's like the mentality sometimes.
That's true. For me, like I was thinking about this earlier when I was raiding. I was like, shit, I barely do dungeons now. Even like talk to myself about it. I'm like, maybe just once in a while it'll be fun. But then there's PvP too, so I'm like, either do dungeons or PvP. I'd probably do dungeons if I want to help some guildies out, but just PvP if I just want to, do like a one
I'm really not
a
a
person.
PvP guy.
Oh,
Like you can see,
you're not?
like I have like 700 lifetime honorable kills. Like I'm a rank 3.
Yeah. The same. I just haven't had the chance to PvP for just sit there and queue up until I get sick of it. I'm just focusing on my rating right now. I'd like to PvP, but there's no. I put all my schedule on rating and podcasting, so it's
Yeah,
either that. I can't even like level my speed limit character. Rogue level 43, I think. I don't even know what level he is, but most of the time I just I just advertise the new episode over here. I talk to this guy, and at the same time, I don't my I mean leveling right now it's kind of a pain, but I think you just gotta have find the group to level with. I think that's the key for me anyway.
yeah. No, I was amazed. Like in the open world, like every time I like run into a horde now that I got Thunder Fury, they just like kneel before me or bow or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't been ganked once since I got it.
They're probably afraid. I'll be like, oh shit, this guy is fucking. He means business. Like if you
There's
fucking
a
try to fuck him up, it's not
there's
gonna work, man.
yeah, there's an old private server WoW rule, like an unwritten rule. It was like never gank a warrior with Thunder Fury because he probably has a guild somewhere. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially a tank, dude. Like tank can freaking own. My friend had a Thunder Fury. He keeps talking about it. Like he's not playing now, but I'm trying to talk to him into playing again. But he still wants to play, but can't fit in his schedule. He can't figure it out because his schedule's so randomized that he can't have a specific day to raid, and he wants
yeah,
that specific day. So he had his Thunder Fury, and he was also a Night Elf warrior back in vanilla, and getting that Thunder Fury, it was just like the happiest day of his life. He can't. He was telling me about like how crazy feeling it is, like the anxiety of having it the
I
first
slept
time.
like 4 hours last night because I was like so excited to get in here, like finish off the ingots and stuff.
I bet, man. I bet. It's nuts. And considering that you said like a lot of players have helped you gain all the mats and stuff like that, or is it all your work from
Um,
and within your guild, or did you have to ask other guild out there?
so a lot of like all the arcane crystals were from within the guild, but like transmutes obviously like somebody's paid 5 gold for to get my stuff transmuted. There's a single paladin on the alliance who did like 30 transmutes for me, like over the time. I've had both bindings since like December, I think. I've had them for a little bit, but there's a paladin named Keldrick on alliance who like he was doing so many transmutes for me off cooldown that if I didn't send him a crystal in the mail for the next transmute, he'd like send me a little like RP mail letter like, thank you for choosing to use like Keldrick's transmutation services. We noticed you haven't sent us a new arcane crystal yet. Order now and get a free potion. And he like sent me like a mug of ale and like a swiftness potion. But I mean that's what I love about classic is like all the community that goes into it. With in like retail WoW, you can like queue up into any dungeon, like looking get everything done. But in classic, you have to have the guild and you have to have like the
It's almost impossible to play this by yourself. I mean, unless you're not really, you don't care about the gear, you don't care about any of the dungeons
like
on the raids.
the
You
only
could still
grind
hang
you can
out. Go ahead, sorry.
the only grind you can really do solo now is like the honor grind. But like people are so try hard at that you have to have a full pre-made that you can do that.
True, yeah, true. And also, like, this is all, I've talked to a couple of people that don't really care about raiding or the gear. They just want to hang out. You know, if they have
Yeah,
pretty cool
that's fun.
guild, want to hang out, want to chill, want to do dungeons once in a while. They're not really hardcore. Not looking for any hardcore moments. They just want to be around when the hardcore moments happen. Just one of those people that are pretty cool, especially being in an RP PvP server, and there's a lot of RP or
Yeah, like the some of the walks and stuff and like going out to like, I have a guildie named Tiny Traveler.
tiny travel.
Tiny Traveler, yeah.
Cool.
Do you know anything about Tiny?
I've heard about them.
So Tiny really cracks me up because RP walks literally everywhere. Never toggles run ever for any reason.
Wow,
Like when we were in Blackwing Lair, like RP walk everywhere, every boss doesn't matter.
crazy.
Like he did it all the way leveling up from level 1. He's up to like 30 days played of RP walking everywhere.
So what server did you play back in vanilla?
I was on Lothar. You ever
It's
see someone from Lothar yet? Who I can go reminisce with?
No, I don't think so. Even if I did, I probably forgot or probably not in my like. I don't probably remember if somebody did.
This is a crazy run of Scholomance. We got Magister gloves, Dreadmist gloves. We've gotten like 17 Dark Runes.
Nice. The Dark Runes, is that like one of the mana uh
Yeah, like the sacrifice health for mana
sacrifice
items.
mana? Okay.
Yeah, I went into Alterac Valley earlier and got into a turtle
Yeah.
where I had like 4 pocket healers and I went into this deep protection and I just was like walking into raid groups of like 30 horde.
Yeah.
I think at one point I had like 9 warriors trying to kill me and they couldn't because of all the heals I was getting.
Nice.
I felt like an actual god.
When you when you come across a situation like that, do you pop in your shield wall right away? Right away?
No, it's not right away.
Not
Like
right away. You kind of look at your health and where it comes from, and see if you get any heals. If not, then that's where you try to mitigate your damage.
oh, I try not to like use shield wall all too much in PvP.
Sure.
Like
What's the cooldown on that anyway? Like what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Oh, dude, this rogue just cheap shotted the boss as I pulled it. Oh, about to get knocked across the room, dude. Yeah, I'm really excited to have the server's first one.
Hell yeah.
Which is crazy because my guild's been on 32 raid members for about 3 months, man.
Yeah.
We try recruiting a lot. We try like I've been missing 5 melee and 3 healers for just about ever. MC's not it's not hard. Blackwing Layer might be like a little more difficult, but MC's a joke.
Yeah, MC is not really. It's. I mean, there's no timers or anything like that. I'm not even sure if BW has timers. Yeah, the first boss has timers on that. I think everything explodes if you don't kill him like in on
I don't think there's
time.
a single boss with a timer. Core other. Uh, oh, you're talking about Razor Gore and Blackwing
Razor
Layer.
Gore. Yep, the first one. Yep, and that's the first boss, and then they just put it right there. The first boss.
Yeah, yeah. When I ran with Rocket Surgery and us, it was like 32 of us, 8 of Rocket Surgery. I was really proud right away, man. We had a perfect Razor Gore, 40 people alive, like everything perfect when it died. Curious if this rogue here blows themselves up or not. Wonder if my guildie's gonna heal me through this if I sit here and tank all these things. Oh, there's a lot of health gone.
Yeah, it used to be an alliance back in vanilla. I enjoyed it because all my friends played. I wanted to be horde the first time, but I mean, people that I knew, my cousin started in alliance. So I mean, I enjoyed it all the same, though.
Yeah, I think it's more about like the group of people you end up finding playing with than it is like the faction.
That's true. That's 100% true.
I don't like even Delight. I'm like, I've met like a couple of like try hard people, but in general, the community is just like way more laid back and like just here to have some fun and play the game, right? Like it's an RP PvP server. We're all here just to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. I mean, you're my eighth guest in here, and it's pretty awesome that people agree to do this kind of stuff, just talking while being recorded. It's amazing to me because I didn't even expect to be a lot of people that would agree to this kind of stuff. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, it's just an idea. Maybe if I tried it with a couple of people, see what's gonna happen afterwards. But
There's only one horde I dislike, and I kill him on sight when I see him.
oh yeah,
Yeah, his name's Urkfang. He's an orc hunter. Now Urkfang, I was like mining arcane crystals, farming for Thunderfury and Eastern Plaguelands,
yeah.
and I was sitting there on my mount, and I like slash wave at the guy. So he just starts killing me, man. Like he starts shooting me with his bow, and like it took him like a good 45 seconds to get me to half HP.
Oh no,
But
trying to
just
kite you.
chilling there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was like sigh at him, and so I killed him.
yeah. It's funny.
And so the next time I saw him, I slash waved again. He just ignored me, so I killed him again. And now I just kill him on sight because he doesn't wave back. That was my policy leveling up. Was if someone waved at me and I waved back, we were cool.
Yeah,
No need to PvP.
yeah. That's the last time you see him, or
Well, I've killed him a couple more times.
yeah. Probably realize his mistake.
I go out of my way to kill him, man. People send me like screenshots, like, "Yo, Urkfang's over here fishing." Oh yeah,
Nice.
let me come over here.
Have you has it ever put bounty on your head or anything like that?
I haven't got a bounty yet. I don't
No?
really.
Is that part of the rules in private service too? Like you can't put bounty on Thunderfury wielder.
No, no. um, in general, my guild's always been like kind of quiet. We're like the only guild that raids at a starting time past 11 Eastern on Alliance.
Okay.
So like we're like the only late night guild. So people just kind of like a lot of people don't even know we exist.
Second shift raiders, huh? Kind of.
It's like third shift, kind of
Third
11
shift?
p.m. starting. Yeah, we raid 11:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m.
Okay.
Bouquet
Yeah, it
of
makes
red
sense. Yeah.
roses. So I'm asking my group if I can need on the bouquet of red roses. I didn't get a Santa hat for Valentine or from Christmas, so I want a bouquet of roses.
Oh, I
So
see.
some season. I never won a Santa. It made me a little sad. 300 DPS on a track. Freaking love this sword.
Oh man, I don't know how to PvP. Like I'm trying to just have fun joining Warsong in here, but I'm acting like a DPS trying to attacking people by meleeing them.
I don't
uh
know what shamans do, man. Shamans always
I'm a resto and
uh
yeah, shit. I mean I should heal my friends here, but I'm just DPSing people. Yeah, Skolo. I think Skolo is one of my favorite dungeon out there because of the layout. The layout of the map is just pretty cool to me. I've always
yeah.
enjoyed doing Skolo.
I got burnt out on Scala when I was first started on the server because like as a tank you need like 5 pieces of death bone almost, like 4 or 5.
Hmm.
So you just come in here and it's like mini bosses day in, day out, just like Scala, Scala, Scala.
Yeah, and that's the only dungeon that drops the same loot on multiple bosses. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, man, I should do some 5 man or even like UBRS or something. Oh, maybe I'll. My plan was to, uh, on my rogue. My plan was to keep him at level 49 so I can twink. But part of that, my friend has a 49 warrior that he twinked. It's not like a full twink, but he has most of the gear. And what I wanted to do is level rogue so we can both play PV. We can both queue up NBGs and own up.
Yeah,
But
twinking could be fun.
yeah, but he doesn't play anymore, so it's I might just level my rogue to 60 and maybe have fun with that instead.
It's kind of crazy how many of us have had that happen where like a lot of people have had like those friends they started playing classic with that just don't play anymore. Like that's like a really common thing. A lot of people got burnt out or did 60.
It is, yeah, and my it is pretty common, man, especially when they sit there and play all day and oh, they get burned out. Like you said, he was burned out. Like I was okay. Like I've been raiding for at least like 3 months now, right? And when he joined the guild, he's been raiding for at least 2 weeks, and his progress, what his gear was, is already like better than what I have in 3 months versus him in getting it 2 weeks.
Was he a shaman too or was he a class?
He's a druid.
Ah, dude, druids get the biggest gear. No one plays druid.
Yeah. So by the time that he got all his gear, he was sick of playing. And on top of that, he's playing his warrior, which is his twink, and he doesn't have he doesn't have the same mentality as like a guild leader or somebody in an officer or somebody who really appreciate this game. Even if you do that, you have control over your call it addiction, but it has a negative connotation to it. But if you can't control your addiction, then it's everything you do within the realm of liking something or getting addicting into something, you're gonna get burned out. And this is part of that game. It's just the way he was doing it. It was he was on all the time. Like, I mean, you could be on all the time, but some of the people in here that I notice, they're on, but they just hang out. They don't really play, and that's different. But him, when he's on, he has to play. He has to do something. You
He's
know?
not content just like AFKing an Iron.
Yeah,
I guess Orgrimmar, right?
Orgrimmar. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the same concept, in Alliance side.
I
You
was hanging
know,
out in Oregon Mark for a little bit today. 15
yeah,
horde came over and killed me. Yeah.
yeah,
After we got Thunderfury and we tried to kill Thrall, I went and sat on like a post in the middle of the Valley of Strength.
nice.
I was hanging out, and then the horde got rowdy.
Well, since it was Friday, probably a few raid groups are raiding MC. Then there's not a lot of people in the Orgrimmar, unless they know what's going on. Because by the time that you guys were when you whispered me on Discord, you're like, "Oh, I'm getting this," I'm like, "Holy shit!" And then 10-20 minutes later, back here in the guild was like, "Guys, the Thunderfury wielder is going to Orgrimmar." I was just like, "Oh shit!"
I just walked up to someone standing in front of naked girls in Ironforge trying to pimp them out.
Yeah,
So, oh,
nice.
that's Ironforge. Actual big name people on the server too is like Haley, Fies Bandit. What's like raiding like on Horde? Like, do you guys have like an abundance of like guilds that aren't full of raiders, or do you guys have like?
Um, as far as rating goes, on Horde side, in my guild anyway, I think it goes guild by guild. I just explained on like how my guild does it, right? So my guild, before we when we started raiding, there's only one group of raiders, and after a while, it kind of expanded, and since a lot of people wanting to raid more, we made uh, somebody. I think it's more like a voluntarily somebody made an alt or already has an alt that wanting to run a raid 2 in our guild, and that's where I'm at. I'm in raid 2. It's more chilled. It's not like we need flasks or anything like that. Maybe a couple of consumables, but flask isn't required. And I like that fact, because I like the fact that we don't get to we don't have to buy flask or farm for it, because like I said, like for me, like I can't put my time into it. I can't. I'm gonna have to because of the BWL, but uh, in terms of MC, when I started raiding, I didn't need to, because it's group 2, and group 2 was only like for it's just a chill group. It's not like we have to finish tonight. And the rating concept of it comes in. I guess for me is that they just wanted people to join our guild and recruit people, because there wasn't enough people to raid with when I started raiding with the group 2 Scarab, and we just kind of pug it, right? 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and then a month later, we had full people, and those full people we we've kind of invited from pug, and other pugs out there kind of joined our guild to raid with them permanently. And based on that experience, it's been really good. It's been like, not a lot of people complained about it, and if they do, they just leave without causing drama. And as far as complaining goes, it's more like, "Oh, I didn't get this loot, so I'm gonna leave." No shit talking or anything like that. They just leave. We pretty much gathered all the people that we want to keep, and the ones that left we didn't really want, because they complained about the loot. So we didn't kick them out or anything like that. They just leave. They just leave. They did the job for us, so we can keep inviting all these people that actually wants to join our guild. But as far as raid goes for the horde, I mean, it's basically like that. I've seen a couple of or just one guild actually that changed their name and disband and changed their name again. I'm talking about problem solvers. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know problem solvers, right? The first time that happened was they had uh they had some issue going on with it's just basically like drama, like more like from that point where they kick a person out, they don't realize like how important that person is to other people, and they assume that since they're the guild leader, they just do whatever they want. There's no like councils or anything like that. You decide. He or she just decides what's gonna happen without even consulting anyone from the officers. So it's after he did that, you know, everybody left the guild and created the guild outcome. And I don't know what happened in the outcome. 2 months later, it got disbanded too. So
The problem Alliance have is there's so many guilds that exist, but like a lot of them aren't filled. Like there's a lot of guilds missing like five of a certain type of thing or class or people. But like like I've been missing five melee and three healers the entire time, right? And like I don't know. It's just like Alliance suffers from too many guilds and not enough raiders, or like just too many guilds in general. It's like a big problem we ever hear. And I can tell you as a guild leader, the thing like I'm mostly proud of most of my guild is that we have a 5-person loot council. And I have 4 officers. There's a melee DPS, a healer, a hunter, and a caster officer. And like I'm really proud to be in a guild where like every decision we make, it gets like talked about thoroughly in like officer chat first, and like we come to an agreement. If not like a vote where like 3 out of 5 or more like we have to agree. But so far what people agree on, like I don't think we've had a split decision on much yet.
as far as loot goes, or
Loot, like general way things are handled in the guild, like
sure, you're the guild master. You're the guild leader. Then
mhm.
cool, man. So when the first time the binding dropped, was that everybody's decision to kind of hand that to you? Like,
So
okay,
when the
you,
first
yeah,
binding dropped, the guild wasn't even a guild yet. Like we were well, let me give you like a little more. I'm gonna give you a big story here.
sure.
So when I was leveling up, I was in a guild called Prophecy. And I think I was level like I was 58 or 60 when Prophecy disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
So me and another tank who had just finished leveling up were basically told we didn't have a spot with Prophecy tanking in like the second raid team, first raid team, or whatever. Like they want us to go Fury and they didn't have room for a tank. So when the guild disbanded, it was me and another warrior called Storm. We decided to make a guild called the Pug. So like it started off with like Storm. Like he had to recruit like 13 hours a day for Molten Core, and we hosted a Pug.
Gee.
And the first time we hosted it, there was like 18 people who weren't level 60 yet.
Mm-hmm.
We killed like 6 bosses that week.
Mm-hmm.
But the week after, a lot of those people came back and they were 60 then, and they had some of the gear they won, and like people came back, and we went 9 bosses, and we pulled up to Ragnaros.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we wiped on Ragnaros that week, and we couldn't kill him. Came back the week after that, and we ended up hugging for like 2 months maybe. So we were just pugging and pugging and pugging, and like the bindings were like the only thing reserved in the pug
Mm-hmm.
because that was just Ardrum is the main tank.
Sure.
Because Thunderfury is a weapon that like it really is like the main tank has to have it. I'm not sure how much you know about it, but it's a 300 damage proc that applies 2 debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is it comes out to 800 threat value, like when it procs.
Cool, man.
Which, if you get that to a Fury Warrior or Rogue, it just doesn't. They'll pull aggro and die. They can't. They can't deal with the threat of that.
Yeah, dude, that's that's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, people should have this general consensus of before joining a pug and MC, they should at least know that it's your rules. And since you started the the pug raid group, people need to realize how it could take a long time to find people, and by just inviting one person that says, "Can I roll on that binding?" It's like, dude, how about you make your own group, and then you can make your own rules and you can reserve your own binding to yourself. If that's even possible for you to do, because he has to have a specific uh, guild or a few people that already knows what they're doing in terms of molten core. I mean, it's not hard. You have to have the right people. Like, you have to have your own tanks, your own specific group. Let's say like 15 people. I think that's enough to kind of group up to uh, together and set your own rules when starting a pug. In your situation, that's kind of the same. That's kind of the same thing. You're nobody can really like argue with you about rolling a binding, because even if they say something, I mean, obviously that's in a master loot, and who'd be dumb enough to not put that on master loot anymore? Say your rules first, then if people are okay with it, then they join. If not, then they don't have a choice.
Yeah, it is what it is. My goal was to eventually like get a solid raid roster, which I ended up getting,
Hmm.
and we do loot council now, but my goal has always been like loot transparency. Like if we decide someone gets a piece of loot, like we want to be able to justify like to the guild. Like if someone asks like, "Hey, why did someone get X piece?" We could tell them a reason.
Hmm.
And I decided if I can't tell someone a reason, then I don't want to hand out loot like that. I'm a big believer if you can't justify what you do, it probably shouldn't be done, right?
Yeah. Also, like this, see, like there's a lot of people makes mistakes on this game too. It's not me, it's not saying that you shouldn't care about the gear, but I think that should be the least thing that you should freaking think about, because everybody just wants to play this game. Like for me, like I found my schedules to play this game, and at Molten Core, I didn't get a weapon that I wanted for so long. Like I could think that I I had two choices, right? I There's one that I would think that I'm this I'm I've stayed here longer. I've been in a raid since 3 months, and I didn't get that weapon. I'm pissed. I could think that way, or I could be like, okay, it's it's part of the game where loot council is effective in a way, and no matter what loot system you do, there's always gonna be a positive and negative aspect of it. And the negative aspect of that having loot council, for me, like I can't really like think of any negative aspect of it, because you trust the people that who are in the lead of loot council, who's deciding who gets the weapon. You know, it's not rolled on in fate or whatever you call it, or RNG. Because before Loot Council, we used to do just roll it off. You get one gear, a boss, and it cycles until everybody gets one, and then you get to roll again. So in this term, if Loot Council was when Loot Council was introduced, it's more like a decision factor instead of RNG, which I think it's better, because this way you can even like help the officers who are deciding, have a little bit of experience in loot council, and they would discuss it instead of like having to rely on the RNG. And and I mean, everybody can learn from that, like talking into a point where there's gonna be a time where five of them are gonna argue which one it goes to, right? So it's like if they can't decide, the people that needed the the item rolls off. So I think that's a perfect idea because if you can't decide who you want to give it to, then rely on RNG. I think that's fair. So if you have friends with you there dueling,
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Uh,
Bacteria.
in general, like I don't really get ganked by the rogues who kind of troll about because like, ganking a prot warrior is just not appetizing.
Yeah.
So I beat Hava once, and he beat me this last time. So it looks like we're going round three. Yep, trinketed the kidney and got blinded.
Yeah.
And then he'll sap me, cheap shot me, build combo points, put on a Garrett and eruption. Then
Yeah.
he'll dance back and forth again.
Probably do the armor thing on you.
Nah, he won't do the armor thing. He'll
Mhm.
so like he gets the dots and then he'll like do this.
Okay.
And my only hope is that my auto attack buffers when I'm moving like this.
Hmm.
You got me.
Oh shit! So close, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. When a rogue plays good, you can't win as a warrior. Like ooh, wait, this is an orc rogue, man. Oh, nice. I can fear this one. Uh, are they doing this again? Uh, yeah, Will the Forsaken gets out of intimidating shout. Orcs are harder to stun, but I can use my fear, which is I just get title charmed. Woo, got him. I normally try not to use last stand in duels, but if they pop like the skeleton and their bear off peasant collar and like Master Bacteria, like if he's gonna pop all that, he's getting last standed on.
It's fucking awesome.
Dude, I'm loving this thing.
Yeah.
Like when I dueled that rogue right there, 1.4k of my damage was Thunderfury. Like
Nice.
25% of his health was the proc. Like, well, that thing did 25%, a quarter of my damage was just zapping him.
Dude, that freaking thing procs so much. What's the percent on that? Seems like it's like 90% proc.
It's 25%
25%?
on every ability and auto. It's 25% on all abilities and on autos. Like
And
Rin has a
auto.
25% chance to proc it. Sunder has a 25. So like every time I do something, it has a chance to proc, which is like the beauty of the sword.
Looks like you're really enjoying having that thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It did 1.7k damage at the time.
You're probably gonna be on daily deviant news then.
Yeah, Bacteria was there for screenshots.
Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed, man.
Roger that, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, it's well, I just want to say congratulations on your Thunder Fury.
Absolutely. Thank you. If you come up with any other questions, whatever, feel free to message.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, keep dueling and keep killing those rogues for me. I'm a horde, but there's nothing wrong with saying that because you have the Thunder Fury. I think you have the reason to duel them like this, and
Yeah,
even
it's fun. I
yeah.
think like a lot of people like they get like the faction barrier mixed up. They're still players, right? People
Mm,
are still people. So it's fun to come out and duel like the other half of the player base.
sure, yeah. So yeah, man, you have a good day or have a good night.
Have a good one, man.
Yep, later.